Did you know that the Amish don't use electricity? I mean, they don't have iPhones or cars or even light bulbs. But why is this? Are they just really committed to their religion, or is there some other reason? Well, in today's video, we read on. Now find out exactly why the Amish don't use electricity and what they do instead. First off, let's talk about who the Amish actually are. The Amish are a group of people who live in close-knit communities. They typically live in rural areas and they travel in horse-drawn buggies. The Amish are known for their simple lifestyle, and they tend to avoid modern conveniences like electricity. This isn't just because they want to, though. It's actually because of their religious beliefs. You see, the Amish are a Christian group that broke off from the Mennonites in the 1700s. They were led by a man named Jacob Ammon, and they became known as the Amish after him. The Amish believe in living a simple life, and they try to avoid anything that could distract them from their religion. They believe that electricity can be a source of temptation, so they avoid it at all costs. Instead, they use things like kerosene lamps for light, and they cook using wood-burning stoves. Now, you might be wondering why they don't just use electricity for essential things like medical equipment or refrigeration. Well, the Amish believe that modern technology can be dangerous, and they try to avoid it as much as possible. For example, they don't use cars because they believe that it's too dangerous and it can lead to accidents. Plus, they believe that it's sinful to travel on the Sabbath, which is from sunset on Friday to sunset on Saturday. So even if they did have cars, they wouldn't be able to use them on the weekends. Instead, the Amish travel by horse-drawn buggy. This allows them to get around without using electricity or gas. And it also helps them stay connected to their community, since they often travel together in groups. As for medical equipment and refrigeration, the Amish rely on natural remedies, and they preserve their food using traditional methods like canning and pickling. They also tend to live in areas where they can grow their own food, so they don't need to use electricity to store it. Overall, the Amish try to live a very pure life, and they avoid modern technology in order to stay focused on their religion. But that's not the only reason why the Amish don't use electricity. There are also some practical reasons. For example, when you use electricity, you're connected to the grid, which means that you're dependent on the government. The Amish want to be free to move around and set up their communities wherever they want, and they don't want to be tied down by the grid. Plus, they believe that technology can cause social problems like isolation and loneliness. By avoiding electricity, they are able to maintain a strong sense of community, and they are able to stay connected to each other through their shared experiences. Of course, this isn't easy. There are times when it would be convenient to use electricity, but the Amish have found ways to work around it. They've developed technologies that work without electricity, like solar-powered devices that don't have any electronic components. They also use wind energy to generate power for things like grain mills and sawmills. This way they're able to use renewable energy sources without being connected to the grid. Overall, the Amish have a deep commitment to their religion and their way of life. Avoiding electricity is a big part of that, but it's not something that they take lightly. They've developed practical solutions that allow them to live a more simple and pure life without relying on modern technology. So the next time you see an Amish buggy on the road or hear about their unique way of life, remember that their commitment to their religion is what makes them who they are. They're not just trying to be different or stand out. They're following their beliefs and living a life that they think is closer to God. Now you need to watch. Why do Amish women wear those big white head coverings? Or check out what's life really like for the Amish.